We're here at the Village Recording Studios with Dapo Torimiro, amazing talent. And I have a couple of fun questions to ask you. One of the things that I'm fascinated by, you were born in Africa.
Yes.
And were you born to a musical family, or were you kind of like a lone wolf musician?
Born into a musical family. My dad is a multi-instrumentalist, college professor, engineer, but, his dad before him, passed the guitar skills to him. And when I was growing up, there was always music in the house. There was always a guitar in the house, some keyboard, piano in the house, And I would hear my dad play. I mean, they used to joke that when I was like a baby, I was sitting in front of the speakers and listening to music, and then when I started getting seriously interested, he got me some material and pointed me in the right direction, and I just took off from there.
Yeah.
And my mom too sings. I have 3 siblings. My elder brother is a drummer, plays guitar. My sister sings, plays a bit of piano. My youngest brother sings, plays drums, plays guitar. So we all kind of like.
Love it.
Yeah.
How beautiful. Do you remember any music or songs from your early childhood where it just seemed like, opening a magic door? Do you remember any formative where you heard a song and you just thought, oh my gosh, listen to that?
Well, there are a few, but what really changed my life was when I heard a Chick Corea tune. Because prior to that, I listened to a lot of R&B. I listened to, people like my dad's album collection, Barry White, everything. And it was very eclectic too, like country music, R&B. But when I heard a Chick Corea tune, that was what opened like the jazz, like, wait, what, on the piano? And then that, changed my life. I'm like, wow, I want to learn to do what he's doing. I mean, obviously I've not been able to accomplish that, but it's pointed me in the right direction, and it gave me the musical training that has actually afforded me being able to work in other genres. Because like I always say, the 2 musical forms, to me personally, that have stood the test of time is classical music and jazz music. If you get a grasp of either of those 2, it will help you in every other thing you do. Because what is rock music if not like tidbits of classical music? Some of the guitar players, you can hear them shredding arpeggios and stuff like that. And what is R&B if not, sprinkles of jazz, pop music? Everything has the lineage to those 2 forms. So going to jazz was like getting like the biggest impact, and everything else kind of dribbles down, and then I can easily function in an R&B setting, in a pop setting. But jazz has always been my, you know what I mean? So
love it.
So it was that. I mean, I hope I answered your question.
Yeah.
The Chick Corea song. I think it was. I think the song was called "Got a Match." Dude. I mean, it's insane until this day.
Right. Yeah. Super cool. Okay. Some of the artists that you've worked with, and some of the people that you've been able to.
I've been very, very fortunate, especially coming from Africa. My dream was to come to America and be a producer. So coming here and then getting a chance to work with someone like John Legend, who is a phenomenal musician, and then even pop stars like Justin Bieber, Demi Lovato, and then even icons like the incredible, the late Aretha Franklin. That was like a dream project of mine. Because at the time I'd met Babyface, one of my idols,
right,
incredible guitar player. And then he brought me in on the project, and I ended up producing that song with him along with Clive Davis, the music mogul. So it was, that was like a dream come true. And then another time I got a call from David Foster, who I met through another gracious friend, and he invited me to perform on stage with him and Andrea Bocelli live at the Court. So those are like things like I'm picturing myself like, well, am I really here? Is this really happening? Just to name a few. But I've been very, very blessed and very fortunate to work with some of my idols, and they know me by name and they call me to collaborate, and it's amazing.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, and so last question. What music are you listening to? Like, I wanted to mention quickly, as far as we know, this is Oscar Peterson's piano. So
I was trembling when I touched the piano. Like, this is.
It's like, what?
Yeah, this is like.
Yeah, Dapo was joking earlier that it's a piano that will like slam its keys down.
You shall not play.
Right.
You have to be worthy.
You are not worthy.
You have to be worthy enough to touch the keys.
So what do you listen to? Like if you have 10 minutes and or you put your Spotify.
Believe it or not, what I'm listening to more now is movie scores. I don't know why.
Cool.
Yeah, I just feel like there is so much music in movies, and sometimes I try to watch a scene by muting the sound, and I realize it doesn't. But you could watch a scene. If I'm talking to you now, like this is so sad. You're like, but if I do this, like this is so sad. I have to, I mean, I'm getting, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I've been listening more and see how they use the music to create so much emotion and bring out so much emotive energy,
Yeah.
and try and apply that to pop music in some way, form, or fashion,
Yeah. So cool. All right.
Thank you.
Can we do one more snippet where I sing and get my voice warmed up?
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Sometime and living is easy. Catfish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mama's so good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Todd, ladies and gentlemen.